Welcome back to Lesson 2 of Module 1. Here, we delve into the essential skill of crafting a strategic plan. You might already have a plan in place. You might already have a structured and targeted action plan that tells you what you need to do this month and beyond. However, work with me on this in an open concept where you re-look at what you already have and add a strategic nature into what you can create to push and boost your growth within this mastery course to 3 times your sales in these 5 shifts. So in this strategic plan, we ensure not just growth, but sustainable and purposeful expansion. So let's break down the key components together. This lesson truly looks like strategic planning and sustainable growth. So number 1, developing a strategic planning framework. Now, don't worry, this will be in your worksheet later. But let me just break down the few points first. Number 1, we are in a dynamic environment. I need you to re-look at the environment that you are operating in. Conduct a comprehensive research analysis of all the external factors that are influencing your business. I want you to identify at least 3 industry trends, some of the dynamics today, the potential opportunities, or some of the threats that are present for your product or service, business, or team. That's number 1. Number 2, make an internal assessment. What is your strength as an organization? As a business owner, typically it falls onto us. In an organization, there are various factors that come into play. So evaluate your organization's strengths. What are some of the weak points? What are some of your strong opportunities? And what are some of your threats as an organization? Then I want you to assess your current resources. What are your funds like now? What is your energy like in terms of creating something new? What are the capabilities of the organization? Are there certain skill sets that are left untapped? Are there certain potentials that you haven't taken advantage of? And what are the areas of improvement within your team? Are there anyone shackling down the rest of the team? Number 3, your vision and mission alignment that you did in lesson 1. Make sure that this strategic plan aligns with that overarching vision and mission of your business. Cultivate this clear understanding of where your organization aims to be in the long term. All right? So that's just part 1. Number 2, set smarter goals and objectives. We're all used to SMART goals. So within my mastermind, I created smarter goals because everything is relative to what is happening on the ground. Things can change like this. If your suppliers are based in Eastern Europe, if your bulk of customers and clientele are based in the US, if there's shipping that needs to be done of your product from the Middle East to here, there are so many factors that can influence your SMART goal planning. So I created SMART plus environment and relationships, right? The relationships you have can boost or pull down your goals and objectives. But let me just define it one more time. A, specific goals, precise and clear goals that leave no room for doubt. You already are spinning 30 plates in one day. There should be no room for doubt in your specific and clear goals. These clear goals can be monthly. And remember, you don't have to hit huge goals. You need to hit decent goals consistently. When I first started in my business journey in 2020, it was at the height of COVID. All the projections I had went out of the window. Those huge growth items on a weekly or per month basis could not happen. That's when I learned as a business owner in your team, the best way to 3 times your performance, 3 times your sales, is to have consistent goals that you can hit and reach and keep your performance consistent with, right? So define these specific and clear goals. Clearly articulate, what do you want to achieve? Why will it impact the business and bring you to growth? Second one, measurable goals. You need concrete criteria. You can't say, I want the team to increase their belief system on me and my product. You have to have the number of projects, the number of team members, the revenue that you want to create in the month, concrete criteria for measuring your progress. It can be time-based, 2 weeks, 1 month. It can be revenue-based. It can be project-based. Okay, so utilize these key performance indicators to track success and identify areas for improvement. And let me add one thing here. As a business owner and an entrepreneur, you have goals that are measurable, things that you would like. With specific goals and measurable goals, ensure that the goals that you create are reasonable and can be hit consistently. This is very important. As a leader of a team in a corporate circumstance or environment, remember that what you are given as a KPI is based on the company's past and history. You can create your own KPIs in your strategic viewpoint based on what's happening on the ground. It's a good tip. Next, achievable, realistic and attainable goals. I've mentioned this in the previous point. Don't set huge stretch goals that you can't be consistent with and that rocks your boat in how you can be consistent towards it. So ensure it is achievable. Relevant, your goals, your vision, your purpose, your values, your organization's strategy and mission. Next, time-bound, smart. Clear timelines and deadlines to accomplish each goal. Break down these objectives into manageable short-term milestones. Now, E and R, the environment. As you go through 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, at any point in time, if the environment changes, if something happens politically, something happens in technology, relook at all these above SMART aspects. And R, let's say you create a new relationship. You've just met a new partner. You've just created a new alliance. Wouldn't it boost some of the goals that you have? Take that into consideration. Also, let's say a country is going down in political stature. The environment is a little bit risky, and one of your partners drop. And this is a crucial partner. Wouldn't it affect the goal? So E and R is important in being consistent and realistic in the goals that you want to hit. All right? Next, I'll talk about something that we don't really break down for ourselves. And this is number 3 in lesson 2. Creating actionable plans for short-term and long-term success. We normally are tactical in looking at the now, the short-term and the mid-term. But creating plans for short-term and long-term that make sense is something that we don't look at enough. So outline the specific steps and tasks that are required to achieve each goal. Assign the responsibilities and delegate. Create the timeline for each person so they are aware of what they need to achieve in that timeline. So no one can say at the end of the day, I didn't know. Next is resource allocation. Identify the resources you need. And if it's something that's tight, identify where else you can tap onto a resource. So resources can be financial, it can be technological, it can be human that are required for your successful execution and business growth. So when you master your resources and you know what's lower and what I can improve on, then that helps you. In the start, when I didn't have a large team, I used so much API and software in automating my business. And if you're not automated, find out how. With AI, there are very cheap ways to create complex workflows and processes to ensure that you're efficient, you're timely, and you're meeting the KPIs you need to be productive. Okay? And next is optimize the resource allocation. In these three, financial, human, and technological, you need to optimize the allocation to maximize your efficiency and effectiveness. If there is a large amount of finance, and you're unwilling to hire someone and you're working overtime, you're close to burnout, this is not efficient and effective. If you need to hire someone and your time is open for more strategic, visionary aspects to what you want to create, what sparks your joy, then this is good for you and good for the business as well. You will see X plus 5 in growth instead of X. Lastly, monitoring and adaptation. So implement a system for monitoring your progress against a strategic plan. Oftentimes, we place the responsibility on ourselves to monitor the progress. However, if we can have a way where every 2 weeks we get in data and we know what the progress is, not only for revenue and sales, but for our strategic plan and action items, then we're able to have a very good visible viewpoint on what is happening as a whole for the business. Remember, when you want to 3 times your sales, you need the entire ship to move forward, not just this one component of proposals and negotiations and sales. That's just one component. And that's really what we're diving into in this course. So when you establish an understanding, the knowledge of what's working and what's not on a regular basis, you allow your plan to evolve with the changing tides that is happening in the environment in the world today. Yeah? By the end of this module, you understand the intricacies of strategic planning, and you'll also have the tools in the worksheet we're providing to create a roadmap. And this will propel your business forward. The sustainable growth piece is really about the consistency. It's about understanding what are your resources and ensuring that every step aligns with that overarching mission that you have, that vision that you have, right? So let's really push forward. This is the end of lesson 2, and let's create our 3 times sales in 5 shifts together. I'll see you in the next one.